Hello everyone and welcome to Jack Stedman Responds. Today I'm going to be responding to a video by Not Your Mom. They kind of style themselves as a advice channel for preteen girls, really. It says their stuff is for ages 11 and up. They talk about sexual stuff and period stuff and, things where if you don't want to talk to your mom about it, you think it's kind of weird, you can talk to these, cool, hip, sex ed types because they are not your mom. So anyway, one of the videos they did was called What Even Is Feminism? You can probably guess it's one of those videos that tries to claim that they know the true definition of feminism. It's one of those videos that tries to say that the only qualifier for being a feminist is believing that men and women should have equal rights. And it commits a few other really silly fallacies that a lot of these types of videos do. And I'm going to point them out along the way. What I hope you guys get out of this video, especially you ladies over at Not Your Mom, is that there is more to being a feminist than just believing in equal rights. And I think you don't even think that that's really the only qualifier. You kind of say some things that make it seem like you don't really think that, and I'll point them out. So yeah, here we go.
Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Just fiddling part of that.
Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, we are not your mum.
Hello. It's okay. You can fiddle. And yes. Hello.
Now, in the shops, you may have noticed that there are a lot of items emblazoned with the word feminism or feminist. Exhibit A. That's the word, not the present.
Now, this is kind of a side point, but you should be careful with clothing like that. There was a popular shirt called, it was the "This is what a feminist looks like" t-shirt, and there was a whole thing about it because it was made in third world countries by child labor, which really makes the ideology look bad. If I had a shirt that says socialism and it was made in countries with child labor, it would make socialism look bad. So it's the same with feminism. If you're, or any ideology really, if you're gonna literally wear it on your sleeve, then your sleeve better be ethically sourced.
But WTF is feminism, and how do you know if you're a feminist?
Both good questions.
Thanks.
I'm so curious, and I can't wait to hear what feminism really is.
Well, we have devised a test to see whether or not you are a feminist.
Mm-hmm.
And here is the test. Hold on. Wait. Here it is.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. What's your test?
Question 1. Do you believe that women and men should have equal rights in every aspect of life?
All right, so question number 1. Do you believe that women and men should have equal rights in all aspects of life? Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm an egalitarian, so I believe that all people should have equal rights. Feminism doesn't own the concept of equal rights. Just like I can't say, hey, are you against murder? Do you think murder should be illegal? And you say yes, and I go, oh, great. I'm glad to see that you're a fellow Christian. It just doesn't work like that. Ideologies don't get to own the values within them.
That's it. End of test. Close your papers. Pens down.
Oh, that's it. Oh. Okay, well, did I pass? Did I fail? Am I a feminist?
If you answered yes, then you are a feminist.
Just believing in equal rights, that men and women, or indeed all people, should have equal rights, does not is not enough to make you a feminist. I think there are a lot of different sects of feminism that would disagree with you here. For example, intersectional feminism. You don't just have to believe in equal rights, you also have to believe in patriarchy theory. You also have to believe in privilege theory. You also have to believe in, social constructionist views of gender and gender roles. Um, so that there's a lot more to it than just believing in equal rights. Let me throw this one at you. What if you're someone who believes that everyone should have equal rights, men and women should have equal rights, but you already think that we've achieved them, and you think we're pretty much good there? Is that person still a feminist? What if you're a person who believes that everyone should have equal rights, but you're a Republican? Are you still a feminist? What if you're pro-life? What if your definition of what those rights are is different? Can you still be a feminist then? I really think that you're oversimplifying this.
Being a feminist does not mean that you hate men, are a lesbian, although you may be, think women are better than men, or are necessarily a girl. Boys can be feminists too, and in fact, all right-thinking boys are.
Wow, all right-thinking boys are. What a pompous thing to say. Wow, I'm taken aback by, wow, the sass. But yeah, you go on here for about a minute or so saying, you can be straight, you can be a lesbian, you can be a boy, you can be a girl, you can wear tight clothes, you can wear baggy clothes, makeup, no makeup, you can want to get married, not want to get married, whatever, but you can still be a feminist. And even then, I think you'd find a lot of division within the feminist movement. For example, marriage. There's a lot of feminists that would say that marriage is a part of patriarchy, and that you should not get married. You especially shouldn't have it be your life's goal to be validated by a man. So I think you're just really ignoring all the different sects of feminism in this particular. But also you can wear whatever you want. What about scantily clad women in ads in the subway for fitness stuff? When it comes to, quote, fat shaming or objectification in the male gaze. I think even on the way women choose to express themselves and what they choose to wear, I think it's not so libertarian as you're claiming.
Basically, the only qualification that you need to be a feminist is to believe that men and women are equal and should be equal in everything.
See how things changed there? It went from believing that men and women should have equal rights to men and women are equal and should be equal in everything. I gotta say, you lost me there. Men on average are bigger. Women can have children. Our IQs are dispersed differently. There are some obvious differences between men and women on the whole, and to think that we would be equal in all things is kind of ridiculous. It's pretty clear that women seem to be better at some things and men seem to be better at some things, and saying that men and women should be equal in all things, I'm worried that you're talking about outcome. Like, you want 50% of all CEOs to be women. You want 50% of all elected officials to be women because 50% of the electorate is women. And you lose me there too, because it really shouldn't matter what the person has going on physically when it comes to their job. It should be, what are their ideas, what's their background, capabilities, training, qualifications, all that stuff. If we want America to be a meritocracy, which I think it should be, then we should ignore immutable characteristics like race and gender.
For example, you think that they should earn the same money for doing the same job. Now, at the moment, women earn less than men for doing the same jobs.
So, the wage gap. The wage gap myth is pervasive. It's been in some high-profile commercials lately. Obama said it. I think Trudeau said it. So many people say it, but the number comes from the averaging out full-time male employment, like all the money men make versus all the money women make. It doesn't account for hours worked. It doesn't account for vacation time. It doesn't account for salary negotiations. It doesn't account for different jobs or even working in different businesses entirely. When you account for all the relevant factors, the wage gap all but disappears, and this has been debunked over and over. If you want to learn more about this, definitely look up Christina Hoff Sommers' video series, The Factual Feminist. She does probably more than one video on the wage gap myth because it just won't go away. But yeah, paying women less than men is illegal, first of all, for the same job, and has been since the 60s. And secondly, if you could get away with paying women less than men, and if women or men really are just as good as each other, then why wouldn't businesses only hire women to save money? So there you go. I debunked the wage gap. Oh boy.
It means that you think that the way women dress has absolutely no bearing on their ability to do the job that they're supposed to be doing. For example, if the Prime Minister chooses to wear expensive leather trousers, you think, so bloody what? Do you think David Cameron wore cheap suits? Well, you haven't even thought about it for a second, have you? Because he's a fella. It's just the way it goes. What you wear and how you look makes no difference to your ability to do the job unless you're like a long-distance runner and wearing heels.
So here's another thing, right? Like, I can be a person that thinks men and women should have equal rights, but also think that you should have to wear whatever clothes are assigned on the job. You know, those things aren't mutually exclusive. So if you're claiming that that is a feminist point, then you've already refuted your initial test. You know, do I have to believe that too to be a feminist, or is that just optional?
Being a feminist means that you think women who tell people what to do are confident leaders, not ball breakers or bossy cows. Men who tell people what to do are never called ball breakers or bossy cows, for that matter.
Or even bossy bulls.
Or even bossy. Like, it's very much seen as a negative thing towards women.
Now, I'd love to see some evidence for this, maybe some studies or something. I feel like you're kind of just... I feel like you're making this up. I feel like you're just saying this because it sounds right. I think there's probably been plenty of guys who have been referred to as bossy ball busters, and the kind of take charge guys that do it in an annoying way. I don't know. I think it's pretty easy to imagine that there are guys that take charge and are annoying while doing it, and people don't appreciate it. So yeah, I'm calling you out here. I think you're just making that up.
Being a feminist means that you believe that women and men should have equal rights. End of.
Yeah, being a feminist believes that you think men and women should have equal rights. And also that it doesn't matter what kind of clothes you wear. And also that women should make up more CEO positions. And also that women are oppressed. Oh, and it also means that there's a patriarchy. It also means that people of color are oppressed, and it also means that you can't be racist against white people. And it also means that men's rights are bad, and we shouldn't advocate for them. And anybody who advocates for men's rights is probably a bad person. But no. But really, it's really just about equal rights.
So we're going to go ahead and assume that you're a feminist. Yay, congratulations. You may wear your slogan casual wear with pride.
Well, I think you'll be quick to renounce that. I mean, you can call me a feminist if you want. I believe that men and women should have equal rights. But I think we disagree on a lot of other things, and I think that you'd quickly realize that I am not at all a feminist. And I think that's pretty evident based off of your video. I think that's pretty evident based off of my videos and the videos I watch. I really think you're just ignoring a lot of fundamental beliefs that fall under the umbrella of feminism. And also ignoring the fact that feminism is a huge fractured movement. There's no official leadership. There's no official feminist platform. So what you're saying is really moot because there's no way to verify it. So
Thanks for watching, and if you've got any more questions about feminism or any other things, then leave a comment below and we'll hopefully answer your query.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be sure to shoot you a link for this video. I hope to hear back. Love to have a discussion about the topics we covered. And thanks for being good sports about this.
In fact, we will answer your query.
Yeah,
as long as it's not rude.
As long as it's not
silly.
rude or silly or weird.
Yes. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Well, I hope I wasn't rude or silly. I did really try to address the points, and I'd love to further this conversation. So, girls over at Not Your Mum, feel free to hit me up. And I think that's all I have to say for now. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.